today for the Bitcoin price. And honestly, guys, I didn't make a video yesterday, and even today I thought, should I really video? But yes, I have to, because in the charts right now we can see that Bitcoin is going sideways for a dangerous amount of time. Why dangerous amount of time? I will talk about that. I want to answer the question, is it the right time to buy? Is it the right time to sell? Or is it the right time to hodl? Let's talk about that. Let's go straight into the content. And guys, if you appreciate this content, smash up the like button to a new all-time high. I truly appreciate every single one of you. This is why I am making these videos. You are the reason why I'm waking up every single morning. Thank you so much for that, guys. And now let's go straight into the content. And we are starting on the 4-hourly candles. And you might say, wow, like this is boring. I mean, look at it. Bitcoin is basically going sideways since, let me quickly go back here, since 12 days or so. But literally sideways, like a stable coin, around 30,000 US dollars all the time. And this is not what I expected. What I did expect though, and this is where we go back into the charts, I did expect the Bitcoin price to get insane support at the 28,800 US dollar levels. You know, I talked about this since ages, and this is exactly what happened. However, even though I said this is my worst case scenario, and so far still I am completely right with that. The longer we go sideways, the higher, and it hurts me always to say, the higher the chance to break the bottom. Why? What we usually want to see after a big capitulation like this is a bounce back, is a V-shaped recovery, or at least a double bottom and then a quick run towards the upside. But if we are testing this support for an extended period of time, let me quickly go back actually into the year 2000 and just a second, in the year 2020, where you can actually see right here where we were also retesting 18, where we were retesting, oops, I have to go one more back. Sorry, because I'm on the 4-hourly, where we were retesting the support here. Let me quickly go back to the daily. For a way too long time, you can see it right here. This was a descending triangle where we had horizontal support and descending resistance. And of course, eventually when we broke it, it was extremely painful. And usually when we are seeing a big capitulation, just like here, let me show you, just like here, we want to see a quick recovery. Or just like here, we want to see a quick recovery. And right now, well, we are still in that time, but we need to see this quick recovery very soon. And let me quickly wake in the 4-hourly candles. Otherwise, likelihood increases for this breakdown. And yes, I am still expecting, of course, this to be the worst case scenario. But just as I said before, the more often we are testing this, the more likely it will be actually to break towards the downside. And I already mentioned the price target would be slightly above the previous high, which can still give us the chance of a double bottom W reversal. Beautiful, but of course, a very risky thing to trade. And yes, talking about trade, of course, I am in my trade. My trade here racking in approximately 37,000 US dollars on profit. You can see it on the bottom right side, on the top right side, and you can see 15 Bitcoin in this specific trade here. Liquidation price is at 24,200, which is below the previous low. Very calculated. Of course, I opened it here, so the stop loss is below the previous low when I will put my stop loss above the liquidation price. But the question is, of course, if you are in this trade, if you are not in a trade right now, what to do? Should you trade towards the upside? Should you trade towards the downside? The answer is, let me quickly go back here. The answer is very, very easy. I would, if I was not in a trade, exposed in a trade as I am right now, I would be standing on the sidelines and I would wait for Bitcoin to either break the resistance or break the support. For example, going into it here, the moment Bitcoin breaks this resistance would be a moment for me, if we are closing a daily above, too long. The moment Bitcoin closes below the support, if we are closing a daily below the support, would be a moment to short, even though I would be not shorting, but of course that is an opportunity. We have to wait though and get big volume coming in. Talking about volume, let me quickly go in here. The volume is declining since ever, and you can see the volume is declining. As long as we are not seeing a move with a lot of volume where the market is actually agreeing with the move, I would stand still. I would not do anything here. Of course, at this specific point of time, on the Bitcoin price. And another thing is, another reason why I'm getting a little bit concerned here with my own prediction of the worst case scenario being at 28,800, I'm still sticking with it, don't get me wrong, is the EMA weekly ribbon. And you do remember that the EMA weekly ribbon is actually a very nice distinction between bull market, bear market, and of course, sometimes an indication, hey, we are flipping right now, and that could be an indication for us going even lower. Going into it here, you can see that we got this flip, and I actually updated you about that just like I think 2 weeks ago or so. We got this flip already, and this flip usually only happens with one exception, when we are just due for a massive run towards the downside. We saw this right here in 2018, flip, boom, we went down. And of course, we see that approximately once per cycle, right? And if I go back here, the connection is not perfect. You would see it also in the year of 2014, but the connection is not perfect. But the matter of fact is, whenever we are flipping on the EMA ribbon, this usually means we are due for some chop, and the Bitcoin price might be going lower for an extended period of time, which is right now, of course, already happening. We are having a record amount of weeks, consecutive red weeks in a row. This is 9 red weeks in a row, and this has literally never ever happened for Bitcoin. We never saw more than 6 red weeks consecutively in a row, and this is 9 red weeks. So it couldn't be worse than that. But of course, the lower we go, the bigger the bounce, and the more red weeks we are having, at least in terms of historical confidence for Bitcoin, the more green weeks are going to be ahead. And with this lovely positive message, I want to leave you here for that video. Of course, go over to Twitter and follow me there. I would have never believed that I will get 1 million followers before Bitcoin hits $1 million, but now it seems very, very likely, at least, to say, make sure you follow me over there. And of course, guys, thank you so much for watching until the very end. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button. I'm sure if you're watching this, you did it. Thank you so much for that. Of course, thanks for sharing and everything. Leaving your thoughts down below. I love to go down below, see the sentiment, see your thoughts, and answer some of your comments every now and then. Thank you so much. And as always, guys, bye-bye.